wouldn't. What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill, I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Someday you go through the rain, and someday you'll feed on a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive for the day we see new light. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way
Okay. What's good? What's good? Hello. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, y'all? Mm. Sorry about that. I'm still going through a little bit of sickness, a little bit of a cold, but I'm still active enough to do this podcast episode. It's back, y'all. I'm Brian the Phantoms here. We back with another episode of the Lightning Round podcast. We back with episode number 79. Number 79 on our, you know, with this whole little podcast, you know what I mean? That's what we back with. So, with that being said, we got a little bit to cover today. Of course, you already know, as I promised, we were going to cover the Super Bowl. Now, granted, this took a little bit later than usual. But yeah, we're going to cover and talk about what happened in the Super Bowl. We're going to cover a little bit of the gaming news that, that came our way, just a little bit. And really, we'll see if there's anything else for us to really cover. But as far as I'm concerned, there's not really a whole lot to talk about in, for the gaming world. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, with that being said, give me a moment. My bad. Apparently Mix It Up decided, oh, you need to update again. Like the fifth time already. So my bad with that, Fuyu. Welcome. Which we are definitely going to talk about. We're definitely going to talk about, some Monster Hunter. Considering the news we just got, involving Monster Hunter. So if anyone had missed the trailer, by the way, the Mix It Up stuff should be coming on right around now. That you were doing Party Animal dailies. Well, sucks I couldn't stop you, but hey, look, it's fun. Well, we do have a couple announcements I will show you. Some of them that definitely did catch my attention. Absolutely caught my attention, and so I'm gonna go ahead and put them up here in the browser so you guys can see. Give me one moment while I get this ready. Because I'll be honest, I literally just did it I literally just opened this whole thing up like right after. So I said, oh shit, this is what's really going on. So let me do this. And oh, I gotta bring this up. Yeah. To put it simply, we definitely got a good bit of gaming news that we gotta cover. So I'm gonna be honest. Who knows? This might top the whole. This just might top the Super Bowl chat. That we're gonna be doing, but we'll see in a little bit. And but other than that, how's everyone's day? How's like how are you guys doing? Hope everyone has been doing well, treating themselves well, eating right, moving their body right, doing better than I'm doing. I can tell you that right now. Please, I hope you are. I pray you are. Pirate Yakuza on Friday. Yep, the demo's on Friday. The demo is on Friday. At least I think so. Like this Friday. I believe it is. Because that's from what I saw when they told me. One thing I was surprised at, but then again, I'm waiting for them to go ahead and announce it. I'm waiting for Xbox to have a state of play or some shit like that. And once they start doing some shit like that, then we'll really start cooking. Okay, so now I got all the games I'm interested to talk about. I can go ahead and show you guys Wario Land. I forgot all about that. Wario Land coming out. Okay. But yeah, this is what I'm gonna go ahead and do. Let's get right to it. Let's talk about this first. Let's get this out the way. So that was the first thing they showed. Holy shit. And that's our new Leviathan. Apparently.
What truly matters is that the great season of plenty has arrived, and we can share in it together.
I've selected you as a lead hunter for this expedition.
It's not much of a lead, but it's the best one we've got. You're gonna sit and cry or get up and help?
Yeah, let's do it!
My vote is to save as many lives as possible.
I had no idea just how big the world is. Hunter, what even is that thing? It's not like any Rathalos I've ever seen.
They're on the frontier arc of that Rathalos. You know they meant business with this trailer. They immediately started playing Proof of a Hero. But they were not playing. Oh god. That was no silver Rathalos. Those Rathalos don't act like that. Now that could be that other one that you mentioned. Let's see. Or it could be something entirely new. Which I think is the case.
Flying feline incoming!
Good! Make use of the monster's attack to set it off!
I don't know which of us is worse.
Stand witness to how its existence unfolds.
Well, that was our trailer. Yep, that was our trailer, and oh my gosh, there's so much they put in to fit in with this. There's so much they put in to pack in with those 3 minutes. It's like it's hard to really process it all. The biggest one that came to our mind was, of course, the Mizu showing up, but I gotta tell you, all of those like Apex monsters, it's gonna be a problem having to beat all of them. I mean, I know we beat Ray. What Ray do? We did beat him, but it feels like they was just keeping it light for us to beat him. I mean, shit, we still haven't beaten Arkveld yet. And I'm gonna tell you this: we're gonna need a full squad for that motherfucker, because just trying to beat him just with 2 people is a problem. Like, I personally think we would need a full squad. Like, if there's one person I want to ask to know how he did, I gotta ask Zinogre, of all people, if he ever had a tough time beating him. Because for me, the few times I fought him, the AoE attacks he has, it's a little crazy. Like, I feel like you have to be at your best. Your best. Omega, you know good and well I don't start talking about Super Bowl stuff, let alone football related stuff, until the end. So trust me, you didn't miss anything. But let me get my heavy bowgun and Mizu push and throw it at my TV. Yeah, because that Arc Velk, man, look, the Arc Velk fight, man, oh my god. It's no matter what, win or lose, I was gonna talk about the Super Bowl last. Yeah, with how that went, that Arc Velk fight, yeah, we're gonna need a ton of help. Just gonna need a ton of help with that fight. So when it comes back on Sunday, when it comes back on the 16th, I'm gonna definitely need y'all help trying to kill this bastard, because I'm gonna tell you what, you're gonna need, like, it's a good little preview for what you're about to experience, obviously, for when we get the full game, because oh my god, this shit is too crazy. But yeah, having to see all these monsters, that Leviathan one, that Ice Leviathan one, it gives me Nakarkos vibes, but much more elusive, if that makes sense. So it's like a bony ass ice creature, but it's a dangerous bony ass ice creature. No Gogmazio, sadly, not yet. I don't expect. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I don't expect Gogmazios until he's either like expansion. He's either gonna be an expansion boss. I could see something like that, because they did this with Amatsu, where we had no idea whether or not Amatsu was gonna show up, and then they had him as the last boss of the game. It wouldn't shock me if he's the last boss of the game, or it wouldn't shock me if he's just the final update of the game. I feel like with the magnitude of how big they made this game, it's not going to shock me if that's going to be a surprise for him, where it's like, okay, you're not going to get this dude until like way later. They function like Roz, but you got to wait for the full effect to get you got to wait for the full animation to get the full effect. Which for me, honestly, that's fine. I mean, I'm not too bothered by that. What you mean, nah? I'm curious to what you mean by this, Philly. What do you mean, nah? If you mean by nah as in the Matsu showing up, I mean, Dalamadur. I mean, yeah, him too. Either way, look. This game, with its current pace, with how everything is setting up, if they keep going at this pace with the timeline and the monsters showing up like it has, if we're calling this game Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate 2, then you have a better shot of the both of them showing up than you think you would. I mean, shit, in that case, I have a better shot of seeing a Rusted Kushala. But I'm not expecting to see Rusted Kushala now, am I? Anyway, we'll see with that when we get there. But all I gotta say is this. You're gonna get Shigaru, fool. You don't even worry about that. Shigaru's a guarantee. You're gonna get Chaotic. It's a guarantee. When you look, here's how I see it, okay? Here's how I see it. When you see Gore, you're guaranteed to get the next two. You can't just have Gore Magala and stop at the next two. And stop and not bring the next two. That's how I see it. Like, yeah, it goes without saying, if you see one, you will see the rest. So I'm not worried about Shigaru and Chaotic not making it, because they are going to make it. The minute Gore was announced, I said, okay, so that means Shigaru and Chaotic's not too far off. Yeah, Mizu I wasn't expecting. Mizu was already in with Rise, but they said, fuck it, we just gonna bring him back. I'm shocked that Nursilla, and Mizu come back. Nursilla more so, I'm shocked at. Because it's like, look, here's how I see it. If they would have left off Gore and Mizu, I would have completely understood. Because they already showed up in Rise. They've already made their appearance in Rise. They've already did their work. That's fine. I completely understand that. But Nursilla. Wow. How about give us a new Arachnid to fight? They did. Unless, do you want me to look back? Do you want us to look back at the full trailer again? They absolutely did. They absolutely did. They gave us like two new Arachnids. One we already know of. That big ass red spider thing. Yeah, the rose spider. That's gonna count.
My vote is to save as many lives as possible.
And they gave us another one, I believe, just now. I don't know if that was still the rose spider or not. With that one little clip.
What even is that thing? It's not like any Rathalos I've ever seen.
See if I can find that shit. Yeah, Nursilla. Now hold on. Let me go back. Let me go back. These two motherfuckers, they're gonna be a problem. I'm calling it now. These two are gonna be an issue. It's bad enough we have to fight just a monster single-handedly, but then when you gotta fight two of these motherfuckers that are together and will tag team your ass, that's gonna be a problem. Oh, never mind. That's what that was. How do you get shit on like that? Nah, oh, the knockoff Rage Eggs. Yes. We're about to get shredded, ain't we? I mean, the monsters don't ever show remorse. So you tell me. They'll play around and kill you.
Good. Make use of the monster's attack to set it off.
I'm trying to see. Now this what made it interesting for me. Are we fighting a fucking rooster? That was my first thought. Yeah. We're fighting a fucking rooster out here. So we're beating up cocks. Okay. It's a glaive cuckoo. Yes. What the fuck is that? I'm still questioning what that is. Look, Rose Spider. Rose Spider, Omega. Rose. Black Rose Dragon will be proud.
I don't know which of us is worse.
Stand witness
Yes?
to how its existence unfolds.
Yes, I know you said you forgot about it, but I want you to make sure you see Black Rose Dragon, baby. Rumpopo. That's the name? Mosquito face. Ew. Okay, okay. Well, there's that. I'm sure we'll talk more about Bulbous Brute Wyvern. Well, that's definitely interesting. I'm sure, like, because I don't want to keep it up forever. I don't want to talk about it forever with Monster Hunter because I know we got all these other games to cover. Because I noticed for a fact if we sit here talking Monster Hunter for like 30 minutes, we're going to miss everything else. Did you see what I put in game in general? Yes, that's why I'm possibly about to cover it right now, actually, because this will not take long. So yeah, this just happened. Oh, here we go. Okay. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, Fortnite is the new Smash Brothers in the sense where if you're trying to put people on games, okay, that's one way of doing it. But I gotta tell you, we felt like this was gonna happen sooner rather than later. Like, I'm gonna be honest, this felt inevitable to happen. You know what I mean? Like, Yakuza's too popular to where this wasn't going to happen. I don't know if y'all feel that way, but that's how I feel.
No!
I mean, you say no, but look at it, Omega. This was gonna happen. I mean, I felt like this. The writing was on the wall when you had Master Chief showing up. And then Naruto. And then Dragon Ball Z. And then John Wick. And then Cyberpunk with Johnny Silverhand. So Keanu Reeves twice. And then you got Godzilla. Yeah, you got Godzilla. I don't even know if you have Yugi in here. And then you got Ryu. And then you got, of course, Miku, who people famously decided, okay, you know what? We got, Hatsune Miku? That's her name? You literally got her sitting up there doing Godzilla stomps. And then you got Transformers. So, like I said, this game is basically taking over what Smash usually would takes over, but they're doing it on a much larger, much larger scale, to where they're sitting up there and there's like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's put in as much people as we want to. Where you're putting in as much people as you want, to where it's like, look, not only is this for a skin, we're basically telling you, look, if y'all want to play these games, look, if you want us to put you on these games, here, this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna give you this as a skin, and if you like the skin that much, go play the game. Why is Among Us and Monkey Ball? Why are people still playing Among Us? Let me ask that question. Let me ask that. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's start from there. Why are people still playing that shit? But that's either here nor there. But yeah, Omega, you shouldn't be shocked. Okay? Seeing all the stuff that Fortnite has added over the years, seeing this, you couldn't have prevented this from happening. And you think I don't? Look, I knew this shit was coming, but look, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Here's how I see it at the end of the day, Omega, and this is how you should look at it as a positive. By the way, yeah, I almost forgot, yeah, you had the NFL on here. You had the WWE on here. I think you had WWE on Fortnite. You had fucking WWE on Call of Duty, for God's sakes, which don't fit at all. But the point I'm making is this. At the end of the day, if Fortnite gets people on Yakuza, what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it's like this with Smash Brothers, okay? Hear me out before you want to kill me and try to stick a knife in my eye. Hear me out. What was the one thing Smash Brothers did such a good job of? It was representation, right? Like what Fortnite is doing. They put these characters in the game not only because you wanted them, but because they knew that there would be new people trying to come into Smash Bros. And it would be all that they know is just, okay, we're playing Smash Bros. To play some Mario, playing Smash Bros. To play with Luigi. We're playing this to, you know, play with all these characters and, you know, have all this history of gaming. But then they would see, oh, okay, you have Cloud in Smash Bros. Okay, I like Cloud in Smash Bros. Let me go ahead and actually pick up Final Fantasy VII and actually fucking play it. That's what they're hoping for. You know what I mean? Oh shit, we got Sora in Kingdom Hearts. You know, from Kingdom Hearts, you know, let me go ahead and, you know, Sora's good. Let me go ahead and play him in Kingdom Hearts. Let's see if I have just as much fun. That's what they want you to do. So I'm looking at Fortnite doing this, but on a much larger scale. Now, granted, is it true to the character? Absolutely not. The only one this is true to is probably Majima, because he doesn't give a fuck. Hell, in fact, if anything, I'm gonna say this: Fortnite and Majima would probably be right around the same fucking wheelhouse. It's just for Kiryu, that ain't the same wheelhouse, because, you know, he's not out here hitting women like that. So there you go. And I don't think he really want to use a gun like that. I don't think Majima in this case cares. He'll use anything. He don't give a fucking. He don't fucking care. Staying faithful to the characters, yeah, pretty much. That's the one thing Smashes, you know, definitely have, you know. And we can't really say the same when it goes to Fortnite. But hey, look, at the end of the day, it's like I said, and I'm gonna end it like this: if this helps people get on Yakuza, hey, much more love to them. Make that money. You got people on your game more, especially with Yakuza constantly being on sale. Now you have more people buying it on sale. So think of it that way. All right, next we gotta cover this shit. I'll talk about that in a minute, Omega. I'm just gonna wait for this trailer to go through. Alright. So first off, you right here, you Green Hawk motherfucker. It took God knows how long to see your ass again. Okay? We haven't seen Jet since Free Riders. I will give Sega that. Thank you for actually bringing his ass back. Let's start there. Feel you? I'm gonna be honest. I have not played and I not give a damn about that game at all. I forgot that shit even existed. You telling me this right now? It's like, wait, that was a thing? That was a thing. I'm shocked that was a thing. You know what I mean? So, yeah, there you go. I forgot Sonic decided to go the the Fall Guys route. And that failed miserably. Like, nobody cared about that shit at all, I swear. And I swear, like, there were so many bad games. That one definitely has to be up there. If you had to remind me that a game like that even existed at the time, that showed me you did not do a good job, Sega. And they continue to not. They really did not do a good job on that end. No one cares because people were sick and tired of Fall Guys fast. And that was the problem with some of these games. It's like, look, bro, this is why I didn't commit to all of these games. I need you to understand why for a minute. Why I didn't commit to any of these games. I didn't commit to Fall Guys. I didn't commit to Among Us. The reason why I never committed to all these games, because once everybody started to play these games, you gave it like a few months to a year, and then all of a sudden it fell out of flavor for everyone. Even if they did the right things, it's the fact that you still follow like a similar, if not downright same trend of getting people's attention quick, but you had no long-term success. And that's what really fucked these games up. And why no one really gives a damn about them. Yes, they were incredibly bland. There was no long-term success. There was short-term success. And there you go. Now, part 2 for what I want to say, okay? Part 2 real quick for what I want to say when it goes to this game. I'm sorry. I need to say this. I understand Sonic got this whole thing. I understand Sega got this whole thing going on with Sonic Racing. I get it. I understand. When the fuck are you gonna bring back Sonic Riders, dog? Like, y'all made that shit abandonware at this point. This is what, the fifth Sonic Racing game already? There was Sonic All-Stars Racing. There was Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed. There was, they killed it because it's their fault. That's not even the game's fault. Especially considering when you take your ass on PC, you'll see there's a mod that actually made it so you can play Sonic Free Riders with no Kinect. The Kinect was ass. And that's Sega's fault for committing to that shit. I blame them for that. I don't blame that on the game at all. I'm sorry. I don't blame that on the game. I blame that on the company. Because when you play the game without the Kinect, it's actually good. But when you play it with it, obviously it's terrible. But yeah, at any point, Sega, anytime you want to bring back Sonic Riders, feel free. I don't care. Reboot the shit if you have to. But I would love to see that back, please and thank you. Now, like I said, we're on what? This is Sonic. There was Sonic All Stars Racing. There was Sonic All Stars Racing Transformed. There was wasn't there a third one? Third Sonic All Stars Racing. I know there was the Team Sonic Racing that we played. Yes, I'm counting that. And now we got this one. So this is like 4, maybe 4 or 5. So it's like, look, I understand if they're popular, if they're good and all, but Sega knows what we really want. Okay? They know damn well what we really want. They're just not giving it to us. Sonic Racing on the phone. Again, I don't play games on phone. I don't play games on phone. I don't play games on phone, which is probably why I didn't hear of that other game you mentioned. Wasn't that on phone? Hell, wasn't that on Apple? There's no way I could have fucking played it, even if I wanted to, because I don't have an Apple phone. I'm sorry, but as far as I'm concerned, these Sonic games that are on phone are non-canon to me. I'm gonna be honest with you. They're damn near non-canon to me. I think there's only one that they said was canon. It's on Android. I'm not downloading it. I don't play games on phone at all. The amount of technology I have in front of me, I don't need to play games on phone. I'll be honest with you. I feel like playing games on phone, at least, unless if it's a fun ass game on phone, it feels like it's kind of redundant. Like Monster Hunter now, I would love to play Monster Hunter now, but I can't. So you won't play the gacha games on your phone? No. 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 I don't even play Honkai Impact on the phone. I would probably play it just to log in, get my rewards, and do some pulls, and after that, get off. That's it. I did the same thing with Master Duel. I got Master Duel on my phone just to get... I get Master Duel on my phone just to get login rewards, make my pulls, and get off. I really don't play games on the phone. So, that goes to show you. Like it'd be one thing if like I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I want to play this fun game now, but it's only on the phone. But for me, if I have it on the Switch, if I have it on the PlayStation, if I have it on the PC, why the hell would I need to get it on the phone? Before you say portability, I have a Switch for that. That is my portability. So my Switch already eliminated that issue. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what this game will bring. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna do what I did with Sonic Team Racing. I'm gonna do the same thing, you know, with Team Sonic Racing for you. I'm like, I honestly wait. I'm gonna wait till this game gets on a crazy sale, and then after that, I will buy it. Switch can't use mobile data for internet. That's fine. I don't need the Switch for mobile internet. If I have my games downloaded, I'm just going to play them offline. People forget that I was an offline gamer first and foremost. I don't need these games to play online like that. But yeah, we'll see what'll happen with this game. But all knows this, I don't care. Because it's like, look, I enjoyed the first one. I enjoyed Team Sonic Racing with Fuyu for a bit, and then we got tired of it. We might come back to it again at some point and have a little bit more fun with it. God of War prequel. We got a God of War prequel. We already got a God of War prequel. One that I played on stream and didn't finish. If it has crossplay, I'm gonna grab it on Xbox. It should have crossplay. It'd be damn shame it's not. How the fuck you gonna make a prequel of a prequel for God of War again? You know what? I'm gonna hold on to that, Omega. I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm gonna hold on to that because we already, again, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm gonna hold on to that because if this is the case, Sony's making a very, 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 very stupid ass decision. Because it's not like, yes, we will talk about this with the Super Bowl. It's not like we didn't get fucking 3 prequels. Here, hold on. We got Ascension. We got this, which was a prequel. We got Ascension. We got the PSP ones and Chains of Olympus and Sparta and Ghost of Sparta. And apparently there was one called Betrayal, but nobody fucking remembers, let alone cares about that. So for me, if they're gonna make another fucking prequel of God of War, I'm gonna be vastly disappointed because they have no reason to be doing this. You gave us 3 prequels already. You know what you could do with those 3 prequels? You know what you could do, Sony? I can tell you what you could do. And this is gonna be real fucking quick because I'm not gonna waste my breath any more than I already have when I did it last week when I talked about this with Sony. Take these games that you have. Put them on the PS4 or PS5 and stop fucking with people. Stop that shit. They know to stop doing that shit. Because, look, they did this with the PSP games. They put them on the PS3. You mean to tell me you couldn't do this with the PS4 and PS5 with those same games? They can absolutely do that. They're just fucking lazy. They're fucking lazy. They can absolutely do that. And like you said, Star Fox rebooted itself 3 times. And sadly, yes, they did reboot themselves 3 times. But here's the thing. Fuyu, they wouldn't even reboot themselves 3 times if they felt like they fucked up, like, with their last game, which you said yourself they did. What was it? Star Fox Command? And they fucked up badly with that. The most I've seen them reboot themselves is like, okay, fuck it. We're just going to go ahead and reboot Star Fox 64 like 5 times and not give a fuck about the timeline. It ain't Santa Monica's fault. Sony's just allergic to money. They can just say no. I'm serious. They can say no. Because this is fucking crazy to me. They shouldn't have to be doing that. I feel my nose getting stuffed up and everything. Let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. We got another game here to show. But yeah, Sonic, man, look, we'll see. Okay? We'll see. I'm just not all that thrilled about it. If that's true with Sony, they disappoint me.
Come unbound from the laws that govern reality.
Let me blow my nose here back.
Turn the gears of time once again.
An apocalypse looms over parallel worlds as their fates begin to intertwine. The battle to alter destiny begins. Embark on a journey alongside gods, heroes, and monsters of bygone eras. The anomalies, known as Digimon. Seize the future. Together. The story of a bond that transcends time.
Yup. When I first saw this trailer, I immediately thought of you guys. I immediately thought of you, Fuyu. I immediately thought of you, Omega. I don't know if there's any other Digimon fans in here. Go ahead and raise your hands. Give y'all thoughts with how y'all feel with this. Now, I can't speak much on Digimon, but I know y'all are the ones that love it, so have at it. Have the fuck at it. Like, y'all were immediate first thought was, oh shit, we got a Digimon game. I thought Digimon was dead. Right, wasn't there one that Stormy played? What was it, Cyber Sleuth or some shit like that? You go from that to now we got another game called Time Stranger. So riding on a Digimon looks more normal to me than riding on a legendary Pokemon. That's the one thing that's gonna worry me. Hold on, let me go back to that. I'm gonna go back to that. That's the one thing that's gonna worry me. You mean to tell me that Pokemon ain't gonna have something to do with this? That's the one thing that's gonna scare me. You know, since, you know, Pokemon out here coming at Power Worlds next, you mean to tell me they're not gonna come at Digimon next? Hopefully they don't. But we'll see. We'll see. Game Freak gotta step up their game and finish and fully polish their next game. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, yeah, you got yourself another Digimon game. Show this to Stormy when you can. I know I remember seeing her playing a bit of Digimon herself. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what's gonna happen here, you know, with this little game. Now, yeah, we got more to show, so why not? That could happen. Up to them. Okay. So yeah, I can't wait to see how that's gonna go. Splitgate Alpha coming out on practically the end of the month. Like, what is up with this shit? Like, why would you release this when Monster Hunter releases? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if I'm Splitgate, be real, bro. Release that shit later. I would not release this on the 27th. I'm sorry. If I see that Monster Hunter's on the 28th, I'm releasing it around like 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now. Okay? Give everybody a week or so to get themselves acclimated to Monster Hunter, because I'll tell you what, if you release this now, you're practically asking for trouble. And that's my one fear with Splitgate right now. This is almost as bad as when Titanfall released in the middle of Battlefield and fucking Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. That was so terrible. And Titanfall suffered. I don't want Splitgate to suffer the same thing where, like, yo, you released when Yakuza come out and you release when Monster Hunter come out. What the fuck are you doing? This is exactly what this is giving me PTSD of. And I hate to see it. I really hate to see it. Yes, Fuyu. Pirate Warriors 4 is coming to the PS5 and Xbox. Yup, I do know that. So if you guys love yourself some Pirate Warriors, go have fun. The sad part is the game ain't crossplay. Also, you get all the DLC that comes with it. For me, I already got it on PC, so I have no reason to grab it. But definitely have fun. More of the DLC being added. I think it's all the DLC that was coming from the game. Ones that I already have. they literally doing, what you mean? They're doing more than that? In that case, is all that DLC coming out for the okay, new characters? Is that coming out for PC? Is that coming out for PC? That's what I need to know. Is it coming out for PC? If so, then it saves me some trouble, please and thank you. If fans get to pick, okay, perfect. I hope it comes out for PC, because guess what? You're not making me spend $80 to sit up there and tell me, okay, you have to spend $80 and not only get the same game, get all the DLC that came with it that you already bought on the PC, but now you get extra characters to come with it. My answer is no. So hopefully for them, they actually do me the solid and be like, look, whatever came out on the PlayStation, they will release it later for the PC. Please, please, please do that. Don't fuck me over like that. Don't fuck over PC people like that did just as much to keep your game, you know, keep the lifeblood of your game going. In fact, while I'm at it on that sense, when are we gonna get a Pirate Warriors 5? How about that? Can we talk about that? Like, when we get in Pirate Warriors 5? Because look, we're well above, and I mean well above, what the fuck happened with Pirate Warriors 4. We're well done with that by now, right? I'm sure we are. Especially in manga form. Like, they can easily drop Pirate Warriors 5, like, right now. They're literally doing that what DC did in the movies, with leasing a movie when the Sonic movie was coming out. I think it was Sonic 2. I mean, we'll see. We'll see, Eagles. I still don't like where this is going with Splitgate. They know better than this, and hopefully they don't suffer because of this. Now, this is a game we've been waiting for 8 years. If you heard of it.
I keep having the same dream. A horrible dream. Where monsters invade our world. A powerful being falls from the sky. And when it seems they might vanquish the invaders, dream ends. Is this really just a dream? My only hope lies with you.
Come, Kaiser. We will travel across worlds, leap through dimensions, together. I see great power within you, a destiny waiting to be fulfilled. Let me be your vengeance, the blade in your hand. Wanted to be a hero. But for humanity's sake, you must.
Then give me your power, Arena.
We've been waiting for this game for 8 years. At first, this game was supposed to come out for the PS4, but it didn't. It never came out for the PS4. So, to finally get this now, coming out on May 30th, is very interesting. So I can't wait to see what else it'll give me, you know, what more gameplay we'll see when this, you never heard of this? Wow, I'm a little shocked. Because people were like thinking like, oh shit, this thing is kind of like a hack and slash, like Devil May Cry, and he said it was like a little bit like Final Fantasy. Of course, like you said, you know, he said what in a Final Fantasy clone? Yeah, they definitely did have the models a little more like Final Fantasy characters, but yeah, look at this here. Y'all remember this before Final Fantasy, you know, XV, you know what I mean? It's as if Capcom, Platinum, and FromSoft got together and made a game. Yeah, that's essentially what this is. So, yeah, 8 years ago, I remember seeing a trailer for this game. And now to finally see the improvement it has made to where how it was 8 years ago up to now, I can't wait to see what it'll bring. So, I'll be waiting in May to see what it'll look like. I might stream it. Now, we're not done. We're not done. We have 2 more to look at. So I'm pretty sure you can't wait to see this. So let's get right to it.
Wake up and I'm feeling like I wake up feeling like I'm brand new. I wake up feeling like I'm brand new. You don't wanna try me, I'm on different timing. You don't wanna try me, I'm on different timing. We have to be like ya, don't off the heat like ya. We step on the beat like. Come on. Wake up and I'm feeling like a punk. Be my friend. Wake up and I'm feeling like a punk. Don't wanna be like us. Don't wanna be like us. Don't wanna be like us. Wake up and I'm feeling like a. Wake up and I'm feeling like a punk.
Yeah, your eyes does not deceive you. That's exactly what we just saw for a trailer. So, you already know the first few people I had to ping. So, Yvonne, what the hell you doing? Ducky, what the hell you doing? The trailer just dropped for the game. At least it looks graphically good compared to all the other ones. Look, I mean, it still has that cartoony feel that it always had, but it definitely do look a little bit more refined. So we'll see what all happens when we actually get the game, because there's only so much a trailer like this can do. But we'll see. You said that the only issue is how generic as fuck the playable characters look too. I mean, to be fair, I always felt like most of them look like that. The only ones I felt like were the best cast were like the second one. Now, granted, I haven't played the third one yet, so I don't know yet. But I felt like the second one just had the best cast. Alright. So I hope y'all ready for this. We got one more game to take a look at for a trailer. One more. You already know because I already put this out on the chatting area. But if you haven't seen it, this is what it looks like now.
Colonel, tighten the security on this place. He's coming here, I'm sure of it. America is out to destroy the Shagohod and get its hands on your inheritance. The Philosopher's legacy. Then they're out to kill me as well.
What's the story between you and the boss?
She was like a mother, and my master.
The Cobras will take care of him.
Do you hear me, Snake? We are the sons of the boss.
I see it! The fear!
A great and terrible fury at being alive.
A host of sorrows, and you are one of them.
Why'd you come back? There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss.
I still have the Shagohod and the legacy. There is nothing America can do to stop us. I'm not finished yet!
Oh my god, this is gonna be fun. Yo, this is gonna be fun. What more there is to say that I haven't said enough about Metal Gear Solid 3? And then now see, this is what we're gonna get with Metal Gear Solid Delta. Plus the monkeys coming. I remember playing the monkeys game mode. It's been a while since I had played it. But, oh my god. Yeah, Ape Escape. Yeah, Ape Escape. It definitely is. I definitely hear about the amount of fun that comes with that. I definitely did have a little bit of fun with it. We just looking for me. I was looking for the monkeys out here, hitting them with tranquilizer gun, and then the rest is just capturing them. Yeah, this shit's gonna be fun, bro. August 28th, practically the end of the month. What is up with all these games coming out near the end of the month? But yeah, August 28th, man. If y'all want to see me replay Metal Gear Solid 3, you gotta wait till August 28th to see me replay this game, because oh my god, I'm gonna have so much fun. Now, I hope with the success that this game comes, could you imagine a remake of Metal Gear Solid 1? Because I sure as fuck can. If this looked that good, imagine what Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2 is going to look like. Just imagine that. Oh my god. I mean, to be fair, Metal Gear Solid 4, while good, I don't feel like it really need that much of a remake, don't you think? Even though it's a dated game, it still look pretty good for a dated game. It looked really good for a dated game. But my thing is with Metal Gear Solid 4 is, first, the game has to get out of PS3 hell. How about that? Let the game get out of PS3 hell first, and then we'll start talking about remakes of the game. Let's get through that story first. Because you can play Metal Gear Solid 3. You can play Metal Gear Solid 1 through 3. You can play Peace Walker. You can play all these other games, but you cannot play Metal Gear Solid 4 right now. All because it's stuck in PS3 hell. And it ain't the only one. It's not the only one. Some of the Tales of games are stuck in PS3 hell, such as Tales of Xillia 1 and 2. Thank God Tales of Graces just got out of PS3 hell. It came up with a remastered one that I actually have. But yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what this is gonna give me. Alright, so with that being said, we are done. We talked everything that there is to talk about, when it goes to gaming. In fact, there is one more gaming thing I do want to cover. I didn't talk about this last week, but of course we got Smite and Paladins. They officially ceased development after laying off most of their fucking staff. So Paladins, if you guys remember seeing me playing it at the time, that game is now cooked. They're cooked. Smite is on life support. They said Smite 2 is still in development, but it's like, I don't know if it still is gonna be in development. That shit's on life support. So if any of y'all love the games and love the stuff that Hi-Rez Studios gave you, you better enjoy it while you got it, because it ain't gonna be here for all that much longer. You just remember something important. Now's the time to tell me, because you already know once we start talking about Super Bowl, that's it. And we're about to start talking Super Bowl in a matter of minutes. But oh god. Okay, what's this?
Well, it's been quite a while, so let's see if I still remember how to do this.
What's going on? What's going on with all this?
Hey guys, Nightfall here, and I know it's been a little bit since my last video, and that seems to be sort of a trend lately. I'd love to get back into making regular uploads again, but it seems like I just can't find a game I enjoy enough to dedicate as much time as I once did to XDefiant. However, that's not really the only reason. There was still plenty of content that I could have made with XDefiant that I'm sure most of you would have enjoyed, and I dropped the ball on that, and I think you all deserve at least some kind of an explanation as to what happened, what's been going on. So without getting too into the nitty-gritty details, I had a relationship that was going on for 10 years, and that's not a thing anymore at the moment.
Damn.
So
my apologies.
Yeah, not saying that for pity or sympathy or anything like that. In fact, I
fucking get it. If you've been in a relationship for 10 years and all of a sudden it just doesn't work out no more, that shit is fucking rough.
So anyway,
like, that's a lot of memories that you have to
lately in the dumpster fire
cast aside for you to live by yourself.
The first breadcrumb that I recently stumbled across was this tweet from Mark in response to someone asking about XDefiant's return, stating, "Not really much I can say really. No changes right now to the sunset plans." Now, on the surface, you'd read over this and just pass it by. There's no changes, right?
Okay.
But if you're someone like me who likes to overanalyze things like this and reads between the lines, this speaks volumes. There's clearly things happening in the background that Ubisoft is trying to keep under wraps, because this tweet to me says that there's something going on, but he can't say much about what it is, but the game is still planning on sunsetting.
Okay, off that alone, off of 1 minute and 51 seconds, I'm gonna go ahead and say this right now. And it makes me not want to keep watching the rest of the video, because I feel like this is exactly what this is. if you're gonna hit me with hypotheticals and not actual concrete proof that this shit is going on, then like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm getting at? Like, what are we doing here? Yes, is something off of Ubisoft? Yes, but this is fucking Ubisoft we're talking about. Or have I not specifically stated this like 50,000 times already? Is like, look, Ubisoft is known for fucking you over as a consumer. They've done this so much. They like, hey, I can mention the games, but I'm honestly tired of wasting my breath on Ubisoft. He said he went on to say that XDefiant could have been a test run for the whole new game that's using the Snowdrop engine. I mean, that's cool, but my thing is, why couldn't they have just released a trailer for this quote unquote new game, or would they have, you know, update people with this quote unquote new game, and then after that go ahead and say, okay, because this is basically an updated version of XDefiant, we're just gonna shut this down. They could have easily did that. But my thing is, bro, I cannot go off of hypotheticals. When I'm doing this, I really can't, considering it's Ubisoft. And considering they said, hell, he said himself that no changes right now to Sunset plans. So here's my thing. You can make all the hypotheticals you want. If this game is still in Sunset, why are we still making hypotheticals? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? But even more so, there was no new updates on Ubisoft being bought out. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. And I hope they don't get bought out. But at the same time, right now, with the direction Ubisoft has been heading as of late, I expect them to get bought out. But we'll see. We'll see what'll happen. But all I know is, man, right now, I'm not holding my breath with anything Ubisoft related. I tried. I don't want to talk about Ubisoft unless it's something positive. Look, it's crazy. Look, it's bad enough for them. I'm already playing a couple of their games now that I actually do enjoy, and I could still acknowledge that they're a shit company. Like me playing Assassin's Creed Unity and me playing fucking The Crew. But, you know, The Crew, what was it? The, you know, that, hold on, I don't know if Kenji's here, but that Crew game I'm talking about, the recent one. There you go. Alright. With that being said, actually, I'm gonna keep that up there. I'm keeping that up there because I'm gonna watch that for myself. Alright, we now finally reached this point. Okay? We're gonna talk about the Super Bowl. So I'm gonna give people a little bit of time because I need to go grab something to drink. But I'm gonna go ahead and make a ping and say that it's about time we start talking about the best game of 2025 thus far. So okay, I'm gonna go ahead and ping that. There you go. So I will be right back. I'm hit y'all with a 30-second ad, so be ready. I'm gonna grab a drink, and then I'm gonna come right back, and we should be ready. Oh my god, fuck that wind, dog. That wind saved him from flash attacks. How am I not hit? But what? What? Clip that. I've seen some shit that's very weird. Hold up, I noticed it too. Clip that! You saw that? Hey, good luck to anybody that wants to go ahead and play this shit.
Keep pushing them back. We only have one more thing. We can't afford to lose.
Damn! Caught a first eye view of that shit. No!
Fail of the night.
No! It gets right into the trap!
Really now? What?
Oh my god! Clip! Clip! The rudest victory, right? Oh, Aegis, thank you so much for having to play with us, man. I hope you continue to have yourself a good day. And I'm happy that Just a Silhouette gave you some material for you to work on.
Very much. Now I got a pistol to play with.
What's up?
I'm gonna clip that because now that's taken out of context, that needs to be clipped. Just,
Yes, please clip.
clip.
Just clip. Just clip. Just clip. Damn, I got hit in the box by. I got hit by a barrel. I have an Xbox and Switch. Well, I think there's one Tails game that's still on this Xbox. There's Tales of Vesperia, so you can grab that. Choco just called Monster Hunter not a good game. Choco, what are you doing?
By the Force, General Grievous is stationed in Hangar 10. Take him out before he wipes out our forces.
Let's go. Let's go. We get to end this shit for good. Oh god. Oh god.
Oh man, okay.
Goddamn thick. Like, how do people take this stuff? I think milkshakes are better. What do you guys think? Milkshakes or smoothies?
First off, can that be clipped? It's so damn thick. Like, how can I take this?
You piece of monkey shit!
You wish!
Where is he? Where is he? Get
Get
your whack ass over
made
here.
it.
Get the
He out. He's gone.
Get the fuck over here, you piece of shit! I'm whipping your ass. I'll kill you. Don't run! Don't run!
Too late.
Oh.
Too late. For the next round, revenge. minute you say you wanted to kill him outside. Let me ruin this man's whole career right now. Fuck out of here.
Oh fuck. His exclaims are so fucking funny. It's over.
Tragic.
Triple clip that. Let's go.
Nah, it only matters when you get the wipeout.
I don't give a fuck. I help with the wipeout, motherfucker. This ain't Halo. I ain't gonna get the extermination that fast.
Oh, I died.
What is this?
I was double teamed.
Wrong.
That's fine.
Wrong way to clip, Bow. Wrong way to clip. Fuck. I'm gonna be able to get that.
Smokey alert! Freak
Oh
out!
shit. God damn it. Oh, clip. Clip. For him, you can, but in later worlds, your mark would jump to the rooftops. Oh, damn.
It is an amazing game in every way.
I probably want to buy it. You trying to buy me a physical copy?
No, I'm not getting a physical because how would I? There's no such thing as Monster Hunter in
that's fire! The frenzy bar is fucking...
No, I was making a joke.
This game is a frenzy virus. Look at these zombies everywhere.
Anyways.
Wow, clip that.
I mean, that's how...
N'Kobe Dean!
Congratulations, my man. Welcome to the birds.
N'Kobe Dean! Dean! The Dean isn't green! The Dean! Bro! We're in high school! The Dean!
No fucking way.
The Dean! He really slipped to the third! Bro! The Dean clip! The Dean is here!
He literally cannot.
Alright. Alright. It's funny how when I come back upstairs from getting something to drink, I'm going absolutely ballistic over N'Kobe Dean, and rightfully so, because while he didn't play this game, he helped become a key catalyst for this particular game. Let's talk about it, y'all. Let's talk about it. We finally got to this point where we can end our little podcast for today with the final topic of today, and that is the Super Bowl. So, with that being said, honestly, heading into this game, if you guys remember what I said leading up to this game, I said there will be two factors for this game, for the Eagles, if they would be able to win the Super Bowl. It would be two people. I said it would be Saquon Barkley, and it would be Vic Fangio, our defensive coordinator for the Eagles. Now, in the case of Saquon, he didn't have the game we expected to, but considering how this went, he had a pretty good game. I'll explain that in detail. But Vic fucking Fangio, bro. Yeah, I know not to mention Cooper DeJean, but this in relates to what I'm saying with Vic fucking Fangio. Holy shit. I haven't seen a defense. I haven't seen a defensive performance that crazy since Seahawks Broncos. That was back in 2013. That was over. I mean, like, I understand people want to say Bucks versus I understand people want to say Bucks versus Chiefs at that time, but nah, not for what this one did. For me, I have to compare it to the Seahawks versus the Broncos Super Bowl. Like, it was that crazy, that bad. And I understand some of y'all are holding in that one particular alert. I want you to hold it in for a little while longer because I have to go ahead and show this real quick. Okay? I have to show this. I have to show this particular clip right here that practically told me this game is over. And it's this one right here.
Devontae Smith, everyone.
No. Are they not going to show it? Okay, fuck it. We'll show this one. This one right here.
Necessarily their specialty, so.
The lower leg area, and Maddox comes in and makes a huge play. Now the Eagles get it back. We're going to run some clock, or maybe throw the dagger. Hurts going deep for it all. Devontae Smith! He has got it! Touchdown!
Now, keep in mind, I was sick watching this game. Like, I was physically sick watching this game. I could barely move, and yet I still had enough energy in me to scream out of my lungs and be like, oh my god, that just fucking happened.
Wow. Devontae Smith, everyone thinks Saquon's getting the ball. Hurts again, has all the time in the world, and he makes the throw of his...
I'm gonna be honest, that was the biggest fuck you throw I had ever seen. Because he did this while being up. They said Mahomes was sick and he puked after the game. I wonder why. I'd be sick and start puking after the game too when he was chased all over the place and sacked 6 times. Of course, I'd be puking and shit all over the place too. That Eagles defense did a number on him, Fuyu. A big number. Now, yeah, he only threw like one interception. Yeah, I'm sorry, never mind. He threw 2 interceptions. You're right. He threw 2 interceptions. But I want to go ahead and say this before we go ahead and do it. Before you go ahead and unleash that alert, I want to make sure the context is given with this score, because the score says 40-22. Okay, the score says 40-22. They didn't start scoring touchdowns, at least I'm sorry. They only scored a touchdown when it was 35 seconds left in the third quarter, where practically the third quarter was over. So it was 34-0 by that point. They didn't really start scoring again until it became 40-6. So they stopped scoring, of course, at the third quarter because it was late in the third. And then the rest of it, we're just putting in backups trying to burn clock. So let me go ahead and make sure that the context is fair here. The only reason why the Chiefs even so much as got to 22 points was because the Eagles let them get 22 points. They already had Gatorade Bass ready by 3 minutes into the fourth. So, you know what? This was a classic case of clap them cheeks, belt to ass. That's exactly what this was. Y'all go ahead and have fun.
Clap them cheeks! Clap them cheeks! Clap them cheeks! Clap them cheeks!
Nah, fuck that. We spamming that. We spamming that.
Clap them cheeks! Clap them cheeks! Clap them cheeks! Clap them cheeks!
We are spamming that.
Clap them cheeks! Clap them cheeks! Clap them cheeks! Clap them cheeks!
We are spamming that shit. And the thing is, this goes back. You know what? I'm gonna do it again. Fuck it. Fuck it. We gonna do it again.
Clap them cheeks! Clap them cheeks! Clap them cheeks! Clap them cheeks!
Stupid. I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
Oh, God.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Which is exactly what the fuck they deserved. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hold up. Did I not have it as Blew It?
You blew it!
Yeah, they blew it. They blew it. Y'all have fun. Y'all have fun with the alerts, but I'ma just say it like this when it goes to Kansas City, okay? I'm gonna say it like this when it goes to Kansas City Chiefs. They had no business being in the Super Bowl. At all. At all. At all. They had no business. Did it? I don't even know if I have Shredder's laugh on here. I don't think I do. But yeah, they had no business being in this Super Bowl, y'all. Point blank period. If there was any teams that deserved to be in the Super Bowl from the AFC side, they fucking blew it. Like the alert said. The Bills deserve to be in the Super Bowl. The Ravens deserve to be in the Super Bowl. They deserve to be in the Super Bowl. Those two. But y'all mean to tell me somehow, some way, and this is, again, this goes back to what I said. This goes back to what I said like last week or 2 weeks ago when it went to me covering the conference championship games. I literally said, word for word, bar for bar, the Bills, if they had just ran the ball, they would have beaten the Chiefs. Point blank period. If they would have just ran the ball, they would have beaten them. But nope. Let's just let's go ahead and, you know, let Josh Allen be the hero. And it's funny because the game before that, you would think from the Bills standpoint, they'd be like, all right, we can't do what Lamar Jackson tried to do. The Ravens literally had Lamar Jackson play hero ball against them. And that's what cost the Ravens. Yes, Mark Andrews dropped that pass, but it still cost the Ravens because he threw an interception and he fumbled the ball. And now you look at this with the Chiefs, a team you can't afford to make mistakes with. You made several mistakes with. And then they're in the Super Bowl. But you want to know what? The writing was on the wall for this Chiefs team. And Fuyu, I'm sure you knew it too. The writing was on the wall for this Chiefs team because not one time this season did they truly blow out an opponent. They didn't really put belt to ass. They didn't really clap anyone's cheeks this whole season. If anything, they were out here barely scathing by 1 point or 3 points or getting bailed out by referees. That's how you knew that the quote unquote devil magic with the Chiefs, slowly the devil was going to come by and be like, okay, you know what? Rent's due. It's time to pay. And pay did they fucking ever. Honestly, Taylor Swift deserved to get booed out the stadium. Because for people that don't know, Taylor Swift is an Eagles fan. But the minute she started hooking up with Travis Kelce, she immediately swapped her.
Get the fuck out of here, you motherfucker!
She immediately started to switch her alliances from the Eagles straight to the Chiefs. And the rest is history. She's brought her whole Swiftie fan base right over there in Kansas City. Now, I'll talk a little bit more about them in a little bit. Said Beyonce's better. I don't know if Beyonce watches football, but at this point, I'm inclined to agree. Only because of the fact it's like, look, I'm gonna be honest. I don't got nothing against Taylor Swift. I don't care about her music. I don't care what she does in life. What she does is what she does. It's her fan base I have a problem with. That's it. It's her fan base I got a problem with. And yes, Fuyu, you called me, yes. But yeah, let me go ahead and just recap this game real quick. Beyonce had a performance at the Texas Chiefs game. Alright, I know. And I'm pretty sure she did a damn good job of it. That's why she won Grammys. She won like best country song or some shit. Let's go ahead and talk about, recap the game, okay? So, Patrick Mahomes, don't let the stats fool you, because this was the worst game he ever played. 21 of 32, 257 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. 3 of those touchdowns literally came at the end of the game. 2 of those interceptions came early in the game. So that's what I'm saying. Like, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. This stat line is extremely misleading. In fact, this score is also extremely misleading. You'd be led to believe, oh shit, the Chiefs, they just need to score a couple times and bam, they're right back in it. No. The game was over by third quarter. Literally, by third quarter, this game was over. Like, Cooper DeJean got a pick 6 on his birthday against Patrick Mahomes, of all people. You couldn't have written a better story to that. That man could not get an interception to save his life, but he gets one versus Patrick Mahomes in the most clutchest game of the season for everyone, and he runs it all the way back for a touchdown. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes, he threw for 4 touchdowns, all right. Threw one right to the other team. Not only that, bro, again, this Eagles defense had Patrick Mahomes in hell. You want to see me do it again? Exactly. Yup, pretty much. They said, look, I stopped the 3-peat. Oh, hey, look, you want to see me do it again? Bam, stop another 3-peat. But here's the difference, though, Fuyu. Here's the difference between the 3-peat with Tom Brady versus the 3-peat with Patrick Mahomes. The three-peat with Tom Brady was, I was actually biting my fucking nails in that game. Because Tom Brady put up 500 yards in that game and almost won it. If we didn't stop him on that, if that Hail Mary ended up being caught, we would have been sick as a dog. And he would have three-peated. He would have three-peated as in he would have gone in the next year and beat the Rams. In this case, this is the equivalent. Eagles gonna know this one real well. Omega's gonna know this one real well. You might know it real well, Fuyu. This is the equivalent of the John Cena versus Brock Lesnar match from SummerSlam of 2018, 2019? Where Brock Lesnar's out here hitting like 15 suplexes. And then, of course, John Cena, that being the Chiefs, get a small rally, but clearly it's not enough. That's essentially what that felt like. He said he was seeing a ghost like Danny. That's funny as shit. But the point is, bro, is this felt like, it's crazy to say, as accomplished that this Super Bowl felt, you want to know how I really feel going into this Super Bowl and winning it? It felt like they could do more. It felt like that this wasn't enough. It felt like this was part one of a story that they're trying to tell me. That's how this felt like. This wasn't like the 2017 one or 2018 one in this case, where they won the title and it felt, okay, it's fulfilled. Our story is done. No, not this one. And it's clear to me the players felt this way too, because Jalen Hurts said right after this game that he still keeps that wallpaper of when he lost in Super Bowl 57. And then you got A.J. Brown coming in talking about, look, this Super Bowl is great. It only lasted like a couple days. Now I'm already right back to work. Like I want to win more. Now, if there's one thing that we will forever praise Tom Brady for, is this. He gave possibly the best quote that there was to give when winning a Super Bowl. When somebody asked him, what was your favorite Super Bowl? His answer was the next one. The next one. I have a feeling that's where this is leading to. They're not done. They don't feel like they're done. Hell, you got players waking up still thinking like, oh shit, do we play next Sunday? You know how psychotic you have to be to still think, oh shit, we're playing next Sunday? And this is after you win the goddamn Super Bowl. You would think after this point, you'd be wanting to kick up your feet, relax. You did all you had to do. You won a freaking NFL title. But no, they just feel like the job's not finished, even though they finished the job. So if my lifetime gets an Eagles dynasty, I don't mind dying. Yeah. If someone's lifetime gets an Eagles dynasty, then I don't mind dying. Yeah, pretty much. I have a feeling that's what we're yeah. I have a feeling with where this team is heading. Like, bro, they worked so hard leading up to this game. You could see it from the whole preparation. From the defensive plays they were hooking up. Like, Patrick Mahomes couldn't, like, the Chiefs couldn't even run the ball. This was their rushing yards. Okay, look at this shit. 4, 3, 1, 3 carries. All in single digits. The leading rushers, Patrick Mahomes at 25 carries. Kareem Hunt, 9 carries. Samaje Perine, 8 carries. Isaiah Pacheco, 7 carries. They made it a point to where they were gonna make sure he wasn't gonna run the ball, and they were gonna make sure he wasn't gonna be able to properly pass the ball either. They shut them down. Now, I understand you're looking at Xavier Worthy stats here, but this goes right back to what I said earlier. This shit, for his stats, is very misleading because they shut him down practically the whole game. They shut him down the whole game. Yeah. Well, actually, Eagles and Cowboys got 5. You mean Washington? Cowboys and 49ers, don't they got like 5 or 6? But yeah, if anyone's praying for it, it's Washington. Washington got like 3. We won the following year. We tied them. They don't want to see us tie them. Which is, speaking of, you know what? This is what I'm going to say here, which is perfect timing. I'm happy you brought this up, Eagles. I'm very, very happy you brought this up. This goes for every single doubter that had shit to say to Jalen Hurts all fucking year. In fact, ever since that 2022 season, everybody had shit to say. Right? Everyone had shit to say. Everyone had their doubts. Everyone had a lot of crap to say towards Coach. To be honest, I did too. In fact, at one point, I probably wanted him fired. I probably said this on here. And if so, I'll happily eat my crow. But for the bullshit that everybody had to say towards Jalen Hurts, guess what? When you speak on Jalen Hurts' name, you better add Super Bowl champion Jalen Hurts along with that. Because that's not something Joe Burrow can say. That's not something Josh Allen can say. And that's not something Lamar Jackson can say. None of them can say it. Why? Because they live in the same conference as Patrick fucking Mahomes. And this goes back to what I said a week or two ago when I did this podcast. I said the biggest issue with the AFC is that it's a quarterback farm fest and they don't want to build a fucking team. When I hear people sit up there and try to detract and denounce my quarterback for sitting up there and having a team full of players such as A.J. Brown, such as Devontae Smith, such as our offensive line, such as Saquon Barkley, such as the Georgia Bulldogs defense, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Nolan Smith, Nakobe Dean, such as Zach Bond, such as Darius Slay, such as Quinyon Mitchell, such as Cooper DeJean, such as Reed Blankenship, such as CJ Gardner-Johnson. When y'all sit up there and you denounce a squad like that, guess what? And you tried to do that to direct that to my quarterback, guess what? I am so fucking sorry that my GM doesn't sit on his ass, which is what the AFC should not be doing. Because I tell you what, the NFC does that a lot. They don't sit on their ass. The AFC don't sit on their ass. The NFC don't. You saw what the Lions was doing before injuries. They was looking pretty fucking destructive until the injuries bit them in the ass. You saw what the Vikings were doing until Sam Darnold choked. You saw what the 49ers were doing until they got injury riddled as well. The one common theme that all of these teams have put together in the NFC versus the AFC, besides the Chiefs, ironically, the main goal at the end of the day is to build the most complete team around you as much as you can, to hide as much weaknesses as you can, so when you get to the playoffs and you try to get to a Super Bowl, those weaknesses don't rear their ugly fucking heads. I am sick and fucking tired of Jalen Hurts being denounced because my GM decides to say, oh, okay, we see that this is a weakness. Let's actually address this weakness so that way you won't have to worry about it later. I'm sick of that shit. Hey, Ravens. Hey, Ravens. Hey, Bengals. Hey, Bills. Get better. Y'all want to get by Patrick Mahomes? Get better. I'm serious. Get good. The Eagles just told you to get good. As a team, get good. Be right back. I gotta blow my nose. I'm sorry about that because I had to blow my nose. But my whole point is, yo, y'all gotta get good. Like, y'all know, I'm sure y'all are aware of who Doug Bose is, right? He's usually the guy I do mock drafts with. He's usually the guy I do NFL drafts with. And he gave me a list of the quarterbacks that has been to... He gave me a list. Of the quarterbacks that had been to the Super Bowl since 2002. And I literally sat here and I said, I want you to look at this. I literally said, this is not good. This isn't good. If I can count on one hand the amount of quarterbacks that has been to the Super Bowl since 2002 and they're on the AFC side, that's terrible. That's not good. You mean to tell me Rich Gannon, Tom Brady, who's probably been to most of them, Ben Roethlisberger, Peyton Manning, Joe Flacco, Patrick Mahomes, and Joe Burrow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 quarterbacks since 2002 have been to the Super Bowl. This isn't good. This ain't a flex. Because that tells me, you want to know what this tells me at the end of the day? I'm going to tell you what this doesn't tell me. I'm going to tell you what this tells me. This tells me that you didn't do a good job stopping Tom Brady and you're not doing a good job stopping Patrick Mahomes. You're not. You're going through dynasties. Back to back. Tom Brady leaves New England, passed that shit on to Patrick Mahomes, and they literally went through a seamless transition of dynasties. You went through the Patriots dynasty with Tom Brady, who's been with them from 2001 to what? 2019? 2001 to 2019. And then when you go over to Patrick Mahomes, you mean to tell me this shit's still going and only one quarterback since that time frame in Brady's, and like literally all these quarterbacks here, Brady era, Brady era, Brady era, Brady era. You mean to tell me only Joe Burrow is the only one out of his era right now that went to the Super Bowl? That's not good. That's terrible. You said we killed the legend of the 3P. Do you want us to keep the... Here's the deal, Eagles. It shouldn't have to rely on the NFC to destroy a fucking 3P when they shouldn't have gotten there in the first place. It should have never got there in the first place. Again, Brady era, Brady era, Brady era, Brady era. Himself, of course, he's in his own era, and Joe Burrow. So far. But this tells me that Tom Brady practically ran the AFC with a fucking iron fist. And now it's his turn to run it with an iron fist. And y'all want to sit here and tell me the AFC is a strong conference? No, the fuck it's not. When guess what? When I'm about to scroll down, you're going to see the NFC side. And you tell me which one is tougher. Look at this. That is a who's who of quarterbacks that are in the NFC, that were in the NFC, that had to get to the Super Bowl and make it worth it. Most of them didn't even get back to the Super Bowl. Brad Johnson didn't get back to the Super Bowl. Jake Delhomme didn't get back to the Super Bowl. Don McNabb didn't get back to the Super Bowl. Matt Hasselbeck, I don't think he got back to the Super Bowl. Rex Grossman didn't get back to the Super Bowl. Eli Manning, one of the few that got back to the Super Bowl, not once but twice, and actually won it. Kurt Warner didn't get back to the Super Bowl. Drew Brees didn't get back to the Super Bowl, but he won. Aaron Rodgers didn't get back to the Super Bowl, but he won. Colin Kaepernick didn't get back to the Super Bowl. Russell Wilson got back to the Super Bowl twice. He won it once. Cam Newton didn't get back to the Super Bowl. Matt Ryan did not get back to the Super Bowl. Nick Foles didn't get back to the Super Bowl, but he won. Jared Goff did not get back to the Super Bowl. Jimmy Garoppolo did not get back to the Super Bowl unless he was under Tom Brady in freaking New England. Tom Brady, we already know. And he didn't even get back to the Super Bowl in the NFC. Matt Stafford didn't get back to the Super Bowl, but he won. Brock Purdy didn't get back to the Super Bowl. As of right now, he lost. Jalen Hurts joins Eli Manning. He joins Eli Manning as literally in rarefied air. All these quarterbacks I've named, besides Eli Manning, did not get back to the Super Bowl. Well, Russell Wilson. He joins Eli Manning and Russell Wilson to get back to the Super Bowl like twice. Before him, it was just these two. That's how tough it is to repeat as an NFC champion in the NFL. That's fucking difficult, bro. Nobody talks about that. You want to know why? Because the NFC constructs better rosters than the AFC. They always have, and they always will. Regardless of what someone tries to tell you. You want to see a parity? You want to see parity in football? Look no further than the NFC. It's been the toughest conference since 2002. Point blank, period. So when I say that, look, I'm going to say it like this. Because of how tough this shit is, I don't think we're going to get back to a Super Bowl next year. So we're going to enjoy it while we got it. Because guess what? The Lions are going to want to, they're going to want a rematch. They're going to want a repeat season. You know, they're going to want to get better. They're going to want to know, okay, what would happen if we didn't suffer all of these injuries? Would we be able to get to the Super Bowl? The 49ers are going to want the same thing. The Vikings are going to want the same thing, such as what would happen if our rookie quarterback didn't just die on us at preseason, since he's coming back the next season. Because they're not re-signing Sam Darnold. You already know. All I know is this right now. The Eagles got more of a target on their back, not just for winning the NFC, but for winning the Super Bowl. They got more of a target on their back on the NFC side than the Chiefs ever will in the AFC side. The same can be said. I mean, like, hell, at least Tom Brady has some targets on his back. At least he had the Steelers to worry about. At least he kind of had the Ravens to worry about. And he had a late, he had, of course, Peyton Manning to worry about. At least he had the Steelers here and there, the Patriots and the Colts whenever Manning was there. And of course, that one year that Joe Flacco just went nuclear. I don't even know. I think he faced him. Yeah, he faced him and they won. At least he had that. He had some targets on his back. Patrick Mahomes, what the fuck does he have? A Bengals team that doesn't know how to protect them. The Ravens, which choke. The Bills, which choke against them. So let me ask this. Realistically, until we find out in 2025, who the hell is stopping the Chiefs from going back to the Super Bowl again? Regardless of what their team looks like. That's a question I need to be answered like later on. Not right now, later on. Because I can't tell you it's the Ravens. I can't tell you it's the Bills. I can't even tell you it's the Texans. I can't tell you who the fuck it is. I can't tell you it's the Browns. I can't tell you it's the Titans. You know what I mean? I don't know who it is that can step up to Kansas City. Because here's the deal. And you want to know why? I don't know. Because it's not just with the offensive firepower that Kansas City at least used to have. Here's my thing. That's a big issue when you look back at this game. And for some reason, the Raiders, the Eagles, and the Bucks are the only 3 teams to do this, but no one else wants to do this, which is so fucking weird for me. When you look back at this Super Bowl, what was the one thing y'all saw besides the 4-man pressures that the Eagles was providing to the Chiefs? What was the one thing you guys saw? What was the one thing I think I called out? Like, I think I put it in sports chat. If you guys remember. If you don't remember, that's fine. But when y'all looked at that game, what was the one thing you saw on the defensive side of the ball? When it went to the Eagles defense. Let me know if y'all got an answer for that. Because guess what? The Raiders did it and Tampa Bay did it. They both did it. And for some reason, yeah, the Eagles did it, but no one else in the AFC followed up at all. Nobody in the AFC followed the same fucking plan. You said it was aggressive. They didn't take their foot off the pedal. That, yes, is true. That's definitely one part of it. That's in general for offense and defense. The one issue that I saw was, for one, they rushed 4. They trusted their defensive line. If you notice in that game, the Eagles didn't send heat once. They didn't blitz not one fucking time. Because they said at the end of the day, I'm going to trust my defensive line to sack the ever-living hell out of Patrick Mahomes. And not only, even if they don't get him, guess what? We're going to make sure that Patrick Mahomes has nobody to throw to. So we're going to drop all of our linebackers into coverage. We're going to drop all of our DBs into coverage. And let either, the only way that the Chiefs would have stopped this from happening is they would have had to run the ball. And clearly, from what we can see, they didn't do a good job of it. So because they wasn't able to run the ball all that well, they're like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's drop everybody into coverage. Let's drop everybody into coverage. Let's have our front 4 pin their ears back and have fucking fun. And that's exactly what the Eagles did. That's exactly what the Raiders did on that Christmas Day versus Mahomes, which some reason people forget. And that's exactly what Tampa Bay did in that Super Bowl. Now, what also doesn't help with Kansas City is they had their left guard playing left tackle. So, of course, you're bound to have an issue. But you want to know what? I hope teams from this point forward, I hope y'all learned y'all lesson on how to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, because they're not unbeatable. Literally, don't send heat at this motherfucker. There's no reason to. Drop everybody back into coverage, rush 4, and then make them hold on to the ball for dear life. That's it. It was so easy and so simple, but yet, like, 12, 13, 14 teams in that conference couldn't replicate what the Raiders, the Bucks, and the Eagles did. They couldn't have at least tried. Like, I would have been like this. I'm sorry, but for as long as Patrick Mahomes, as long as he doesn't know how to beat this coverage, as long as he doesn't know how to beat 4-man pass rush, I'm going to continue to send 4 and drop everybody back in the coverage until he learns how to beat it, which he does not learn how. He doesn't know how. This is his 3rd time going up against that same style of defense, and yet he still can't beat it. And no, for some reason, teams just stop doing it. They just want to run their own defense, and y'all act like Pat doesn't pick that apart. When it takes the most simplest shit to beat Patrick Mahomes. Who would have thought? The best quarterback in the league took some simple ass coverage, and y'all can't even beat, and like he can't even beat that. Ain't that some shit? Anyway, the parade for the Eagles is on Fridays on Valentine's Day. I hope I will have it up for you guys to watch, because I know there's people in the Discord that wants to watch, but obviously they probably don't have the option to watch, so I will have it up there for you guys to watch. But yeah, I know this for a fact. I hope this game, no, the city didn't get trashed. The worst that happened was stuff that was burning. I don't know if it was towels or what. It looked like towels or pillows. They literally had a pillow fight when they won. Like, they had a pillow fight. They was doing double dutch. They was skating. Somebody was making a cheesesteak in the middle of the street. Like, if anything, Philly fans is funny as hell, but nothing crazy. Like, I didn't see, I mean, like, Mom said there was, like, light that was still climbing up the poles and stuff like that, but it wasn't anything too crazy. But, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, there wasn't anything crazy that happened when they won. But all I know is this, man. I hope that blueprint is put out with how to beat Kansas City. It's not hard to beat Kansas City. Is that you have all these other teams in the conference that make it seem so hard to beat Kansas City when it's not that hard. 40-22, and all he did, like, I'm seeing people put it up on Twitter where it's like, I see people put up on Twitter, it's like, there's a reason why I didn't do the Vic Fangio film room. And the only reason I did not do the Vic Fangio film room, this is their quote, where it was, I didn't do it because all he did was call 1 or 2 coverages that are similar and not downright the same the whole game, and Patrick Mahomes didn't beat it. You know how bad that is? This is the equivalent of playing Madden, right? You play Madden and you call that one coverage all game because you know damn well the CPU can't beat it. That's how bad that is. Like if I go play college football 25 right now, if I go play college football 25 right now, and all I do is call cover 3, cover 2 coverage, and rush 4, and the CPU still can't beat it, I'ma fucking laugh. I'ma laugh. Hard as shit. So you might see me on television. Maybe Eagles, I only saw you once, so hopefully I will be able to see you. So if you have to, you might have to show me, Omega, or Fuyu, like, what you look like, so that way we'll have an idea. Be like, oh shit, that's Eagles. But yeah, man, all in all, that's it. We are Super Bowl champions. And keep this in mind, guys. Remember what Jalen Hurts said. Remember what my quote was, essentially what that was. My quote was that we were gonna be back here. That was my quote. That's what I said. I said the Eagles were going to be back here. We were going to be back here. And the Eagles proved me right after that bad year in 2023. We had a break that year. We gave teams a break, and then we come back and we win the Super Bowl. We got our lick back for this bullshit in 2022 that we should have won. All I know is this. I'm going to say it again. I know we're not going to repeat next year, but I'm going to say this anyway. We will be back. We'll be back for a third Super Bowl title. You can clip that and take that to the bank. We will be back for a third Super Bowl title. Till then, guys, I'm done for now. I'm not doing any schedules. I'm not going to schedule anything because I'm going to still recover. As you can see, obviously, I'm still sick. Because, look, the amount of times I pause just to blow my nose and shit is crazy. I already know people are going to be pissed. I don't go fuck if they're pissed. If they're so pissed, then tell their teams to get good. That's it for now. I'm done for now. Winter is streaming. So, we're going to go ahead and raid her. She's playing some fun game. So, we're going to go ahead and see what's going. See if she's still playing it. Till then, y'all have yourself a good rest of the day, night, evening, and I will see you guys for when the next time I stream. Bye.